beer tubers, welcome back to Maxwell Starr's Beer Reviews. Tonight we're going to take a look at a somewhat all-new product from the Prince Edward Island Brewing Company, otherwise known as the makers of Gahan handcrafted brews. Going to take a look at something that just came out this year, Beach Chair Lager. So, I'm glad to finally get a chance to try this. Actually, my brother, my very own dear brother, brought me back this can from when he was over in PEI with his new wife for his honeymoon. I bugged him for a can while he was over there, and he picked up a couple for himself and a couple for me. And I'm very thankful to my brother. Thank you. I'm not going to mention your name so people know exactly who you are. Thanks for picking this up for me, bro. So, take a look here. It says, from the red cliffs and sandy beaches of Prince Edward Island comes a beer as natural as the island itself. Beach Chair Lager. No preservatives or additives, just pure PEI water, Canadian barley, hops, yeast, and the skill of our island brewmasters. Be sure to drop by the brewery for a quick tour and taste. Cheers. So that said, go to the Gahan House. That's where the brewery is. PEIBrewingCompany.com. 4.5% ABV. 473 milliliter can. I'm going to drink it out of my lovely Gahan Brewery glass. So why don't we crack it open and take a look. Now, my brother was rubbing in the fact that he got the chance to try this on draft at, I can't remember, I think he was somewhere in PEI, but he wasn't at the Gahan House. But he told me the story that he bought these cans, like the last 4-pack of cans that were in Cavendish Beach when he was up there, and so I don't know if there's anything to that. Maybe this is only a limited run for the summer to see how successful it is. It might have been the last cans ever from Cavendish, but I sincerely doubt that, considering I've heard some half-decent things from this. Now that's a big head for such a beer. This is a lager. Ha ha ha. Neely wants to jump in with that. That's what she said after the big head comment. Look at that. That's like creaming over the top, isn't it, honey? Man, it's almost like spilling over the brim. Okay. Nice golden appearance. That's actually a really nice brassy color for beer. Big bright white head and a decent head retention. It's getting like, even in this big Gahan pint glass, it's got a big head that's sticking around. It's just, I mean, there's a bit of carbonation in it, but it's not coming up too fast. I'd say that almost looks like an ale, as far as the carbonation goes. Usually you'd expect in those big lighter beers for the bubbles to come, like a lot of bubbles coming up. This one here doesn't have a lot of carbonations flowing up. It's just coming up at a medium pace and a nice big head retention, and it actually looks like it's sticking around quite a while. That is a beautiful looking lager. As far as lagers goes, that looks fantastic. Wow. Let's give it a sniff. So off the top of that one, very light. It smells like a Euro lager almost. It's got this, a little bit of like an herbal, kind of a light faint hop note, and a bit of a sweet, almost Pilsner malt. It's definitely got like a noble hop kind of smell, like you wouldn't find in like a German Euro lager or a Pilsner. Not quite as strong as a Pilsner. That it's light. It's almost reminiscent of like Warsteiner. Oh, excuse me. That's not bad. I'm trying to think exactly what beer that reminds me of. It reminds me of some European lager I've had. Like somewhere between Grolsch and Warsteiner. Probably closer to Warsteiner. That's not bad at all. Like, I like my Pilsner beers. That smells like a really, like not a fine Pilsner or anything. It's not like Steam Whistle or Pilsner Urquell or something like that, but it actually smells really good. So, down the hatch. Oh, yeah. Nice herbal hop note. Wow. Nice herbal hop note, a mild Pilsner malt style sweetness, a little bit of almost like a a fruitiness to it, some bit of a bready note to it. But we're talking, that stuff is very faint. The big thing I get off of this, other than the nice crispness, is this nice little pale malt, this Pilsner malt kind of taste, and a nice hop note. It's like Gahan was trying to copy a Pilsner from like a Czech style Pilsner. This is really nice. Wow. What's that taste I get? I don't know, it tastes almost convincingly like a German style Pilsner or a Czech style Pilsner. That's really good. I'm going to sit down with this one for a second. I'll be right back. And I'm back with Beach Chair Lager from the PEI Brewing Company. So, what did I think about this particular beer? Well, I actually really liked it. It's not incredibly mind-blowing or anything, but I'm actually quite surprised. Generally, when they make something that calls itself a lager from one of these local craft brews, they go for something that's, you know, like not inoffensive. They go for something that's going to be a bit more mass-market appealing. Whereas they've actually come up with a fairly decent Pilsner clone. It's not incredibly mind-blowing as far as the Pilsner class, but I'm actually quite surprised that it's this good. I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I was expecting, you know, like to get a beach chair lager. It's going to be a nice, refreshing beer. And it is a nice, refreshing beer. But it's got a lot of flavor. It's got a nice hop note, nice amount of malt flavors to it. It tastes like a, it tastes almost somewhere between like Warsteiner and Steam Whistle, if you roll with me. Maybe a little muted in the flavors towards either one of those. But it's a very good Pilsner copy, and I certainly recommend trying it. This is the way a craft brewery in the Maritimes should be making a lager, because this is darn delicious, and I do recommend trying this one. And it would be very nice to try this on tap. Damn you, brother. Anyway, thanks to my brother for sending me this particular can, bringing this one back from PEI, because I am truly thankful. Ever since I saw the PEI Brewing Company / Gahan post this on their Facebook saying Beach Chair Lager coming soon. You get this. I'm like, hey, a new beer from a maritime company. It's like, how am I supposed to get this? They're over at PEI. It's like almost like crossing the Great Wall of China from going across. Beers coming across the Confederation Bridge, and thankfully those avenues have been opened up, and now we have some readily available beers from PEI here in New Brunswick. But Beach Chair Lager and their Iron Horse Brown are not yet available in the province. So I'm glad that somebody's at least been able to bring me back a can of this, because it's certainly enjoyable. And I'm glad I tried this. If I were to buy any lager from any brewery here in the Maritimes, it would be the Beach Chair, because it's definitely worth trying. Anyway, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. Definitely worth seeking out. If you like Pilsner beers or just lagers in general, you're going to enjoy this. I guarantee it. Well, some of you might find it to have too much flavor or too much hops. It might be too bitter. But, you know what? I love it. I would drink this again in a heartbeat. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer review of Beach Chair Lager from the PEI Brewing Company, also known as Gahan. Talk to you later, and we'll... yeah, well, cheers. Bye.